I die, before I disappear. I drew my sword, I bled my pride, then ran the moment courage died. They asked my name, I shook my head. A stranger's face, a borrowed breath. Three questions deep, my voice was thin. I saved my skin and buried him. The fire burned, but I still froze. Truth on my tongue, I let it go. I heard him say what I would do. I laughed it off, he always knew. I am unworthy of your love. I swore I'd stand, then I ran from. If heaven falls, it falls for you. But I denied I ever knew. Three denials, one regret. I broke the vow I'd never bend. You looked at me, I broke him too. I am a traitor, still call you. The rooster cried, I tasted ash. Every promise turned to glass. No silver in these shaking hands, just blood and tears I can't command. I watched them lead you through the crowd. I couldn't scream, I wasn't loud. My failure echoed through the dawn. I lived with what the night had done. I saw the cross against the sky. I couldn't die, I had to try. If love was stronger than my fear, then maybe I was still in here. I am unworthy of your love. I meant every word I gave you up. If heaven bleeds, it bleeds for you. And somehow still it bleeds me too. Three denials scar my breath, but shame didn't get the final say. You saw the worst I'd ever do and stayed until the morning sun. I said I didn't know your name, but you never looked away. I ran, but you held fast. I fell, but you still asked. If mercy waits on shattered men, then maybe this is where it ends. Not with a rope or final breath, but with a fire and honesty. You didn't ask me why I failed. You asked me if I loved you still. I am unworthy of your love. Still you rewrote what I'd become. If heaven lives, it lives for you. And now it lives in broken fools. Three confessions, one new start. You trusted me with your own heart. You called me rock, I was untrue. But grace made me what I couldn't do. Morning breaks across the sea. You cook a fire and wait for me. I was not worthy of your cross, so turn it, break the lines it draws. Let it be shaped like who I am, not equal, just obedient. If you were lifted straight and tall, then let my death be bent, transformed. rising flood. You called my name, I didn't wait. I left the boat, I chose the flame. My brother laughed, I clenched my jaw. We wanted crowns, we wanted war. If you were king, then draw the line. We bleed first, you'd rule divine. I thought the fire was mine to wield, I thought the sword would make you real. But you looked past my clenched up fists and saw the man I hadn't missed. They called me thunder, I believed on holy rage was loyalty. I wanted seats at your right hand, didn't know what you had planned. You asked if I could drink the cup, I said yes without counting cost. I spoke too fast, I burned too bright, didn't know thunder dies by light. I watch you blaze on mountain stone, glory loud enough to own. I said let's build, let's make this stay. You walked right back into the grave. When villages shut mercy out, I begged you, let me burn them down. You turned to name the thing I was, not wrathful, just afraid of loss. You never broke my thunder voice, you just stripped violence from my choice. You let me walk beside your calm until my storm learned how to stop. They called me thunder, I believed on holy rage was loyalty. I wanted fire to prove you right, you chose the cross instead of might. You asked if I could drink the cup, I said yes, still ignorant now. Every word I shouted then fall silent at Jerusalem. Strike first and all, let heaven fall. No. Put the blade down, still your breath. This kingdom sounds like unresisted death. You never promised I'd grow old, just that I'd see the kingdom close. You didn't tame my thunder cry, you taught it how to testify. If blood is all my voice becomes, then let it preach where words are done. Not with fire from the sky, but faithful silence when I die. They called me thunder, now I see fire bows to what you ask of me. No throne, no sword, no second breath, just obedience unto death. You drank the cup, I drank it too, not to be great, but to be true. The first to fall beneath the blade, still standing where you said I'd stay. No storm remained, no final sound, just steel then stone then sacred ground. The thunder stopped, the gospel spread, the son of thunder bowed his head. Oh. You didn't call me from the front, you pulled me close when words were done. While others reached to prove their worth, you let me lean into your hurt. No sword, no vow, no battle cry, just breathing where your heart would rise. I learned learned your strength wasn't display, but staying when the rest pulled away. I didn't earn the place I lay. You never asked me to explain. You chose me not for what I do, but just to stay and stay with you. I leaned into the living God, heard mercy move beneath the cost. While death drew near and hope looked thin, your heartbeat said I'm still within. Not every love must raise its voice. Some truths are known by closeness alone. I didn't burn, I didn't flee. I stayed where love was killing me. At table's edge, at ending's door, I felt the tremble of the war. You washed our feet like you were less, and taught my soul what power is. When fear ran sharp through every vein, you didn't numb it, didn't explain. You let us feel the breaking ground, and called that love when it stayed found. I watched you choose the narrow way when angels waited for the say. You could have torn the dark apart. Instead, you gave your quiet heart. I leaned into the living God, heard mercy move beneath the cost. While nails were named and time ran thin, your silence thundered, this will win. Not every faith is forged in fire. Some are formed by staying nearer. I didn't fight, I didn't see. I trusted love that trusted me. Trusted me. You gave me mother at the cross, not answers, just entrusted loss. You didn't say the pain would end. You said behold and called it friend. If truth is more than words can say, then let me ride it this way. God is love and love stayed near, and perfect love still casts out fear. I leaned into the living God, was thinking heaven never looked my way. I sat in shade with my questions loud. Faith worn thin, head always bowed. I doubted prophets, I doubted signs, I doubted every so-called holy line. You spoke before I stood, said you saw me where no one could. Under leaves, under skin, under fear, you named my heart and pulled me near. How did you know the thoughts I hide? How did you read me from inside? If you're not sent straight down from God, then why do you know me as I am? You saw me under the fig tree. I saw the truth in you. I stood in doubt, you stood in light, and put my name into balance. I drop my pride, I drop my past. Every mesh falls at your feet. You saw me under the fig tree, and you saw me. You didn't promise me a throne, you promised truth, sharp as bone. I watched you heal a scarred intent, heard heaven crack with every sentence. If falling means losing breath, if loving you leads straight to death, then let my life be torn and spent. I see your eyes, I confide. I was seen, I was known before I left, before I chose. No dissent left in me. I am yours, I follow free. Rabbi, you are the Son of God, King not shaped by sword or fraud. If the road ends in broken skin, I'll still walk it. I'm all in. You saw me under the fig tree. You saw the worst and called me clean. From shame to fire, from doubt to sun. You changed my name, you changed my end. If this is faith, let it burn. Let it cost me everything. You saw me under the fig tree. You saw me under the fig tree. You saw the man I'd never been. You saw the man I never